The name is Damon, Dominique, and I am currently aboard this transatlantic ship headed for America, where my friends, family, and fellow Americans await. My life in Paris has been quite tumultuous recently, so I jumped at the first opportunity to hop on board, rent a tux, and tie my own bow tie. Actually, I didn't tie this one, my friend did.
Longer portion, tie it tight, pull it tight.
Oh, so it's, yeah, okay.
No, pull it tight. Pull it tight, toss it over your shoulder. Make sure it's tight.
Tighter?
No, just...
See, I met a friend on board. There's lots to talk about. It is day 6 of 8, and we have a lot to get to before we arrive in the port of New York. So let's go back to day 1. We're departing. I think we're departing. It's 4 o'clock. I think we're departing.
A special welcome to you. It's wonderful to have you here with us again. As we prepare to sail away from our home port of Southampton, I hope you will come and join us for the celebration of live music from our international partner.
Hey, maintenant je me sens. I'm coming. Hello? Allô, oui? Oui, c'est moi. Bonjour. Oui, je vais bien. Très bien. Cool. Ah, bah parfait. Non, c'est bien, c'est gentil. Oui, tout s'est très bien passé, mais après, je suis américain. Oui, à vous aussi. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye. I guess they think I'm French. I don't really understand. Wait, I'm dead. World Club. My letter's in French. Au revoir. Si vous avez besoin de quoi que ce soit, n'hésitez pas à nous contacter cordialement l'équipe de prélations publiques de Cunard. I think they think I'm French, so I tried explaining, like, look, I'm American, but Can I get more Tron? Can I get more honey? Can I get that Coke? Can I get that honey? Can I get that margarita on the rocks? Can I get salt all around that?
Trey?
Oh, God. I'll take the edge off. It's been a rough day. I lost my wallet today. Like, yeah, right before... 3 hours ago, I lost my wallet. Oh my God. I am 1 hour from taking my train from Bristol to Southampton to get on this cruise. And I think I threw... I think it's in the trash can. Like, gone at this point. Oh my God.
That pain in the brain will make you feel that pain in the brain will make you feel that pain in the brain will make you feel that pain in the brain will make you feel insane.
Let's get on. And I have 7 days on board to figure it out.
Relaxing and looking forward to this westbound crossing to New York. And
Okay, you guys. Wow. Oh my God, that sleep. I don't even know what time it is. Like, is it time to get up? So since we're going to New York, and there's a 5-hour difference, we switch time. Like, they take the hour back every night. Oh my God, I was just rocked to sleep. Like, so delicious. I love that they have a channel dedicated to the boat.
Now, birthdays, quite the list. I apologise up front if I mispronounce any of your names.
It is my birthday in 2 weeks. I couldn't think of anything that I wanted to do besides this boat. Oh, yes. C'est magnifique. Wow. I have never seen this before. running up those charges on my account. Because if you get coffee or alcohol, it's extra. I mean, flat whites. And then when I went to get that coffee, I passed $5,000 bar bingo. That's what I get for trying to learn. I should have just been in the bar playing bingo. It Takes Two love songs. Pianist Campbell Simpson. Welcome on board drinks. Cocktail pianist Emmanuel Vass. Yeah, demain c'est la soirée de Gala noir et blanc. Profitez d'une célébration raffinée. Okay. Speaker, amazing. She started off her lecture with this quote. It was after her saying this quote that I immediately knew I needed to take out my notepad. It's better to travel than to arrive.
Rephrase Robert Louis Stevenson by saying it is good both to travel and to arrive. And if you'd like to give...
That's such a lesson I think people need to... me on this luxury cruise, like, and what y'all need to understand? No, it's so much... It's a lesson that I think people can learn from, because they arrived at the airport 1 hour early and then they wonder why they're stressed and why the airport experience is so crappy. You're rushing through check-in, your bag's overweight, you have to go through immigration, oh my god, the line's so long, you're going through security, people are yelling at you. Or you could arrive hours early to the airport and make it a part of the experience. I wrote about this in my newsletter. I'm gonna go through my notes right here. I wrote history lesson on board. I have never... Okay, one of the reasons I like to travel is because I genuinely feel like I'm connecting more to history and that I care about it more. In fact, I was also reading this magazine and there was an article that said the contributor was worried about his children because he felt like his children were learning. In fact, I was also reading this magazine and there was an article that said the contributor was worried about his children because he felt like his children were learning history just as a series of unconnected events instead of everything kind of making sense and falling into place. That's how I've always felt about history. Like I needed it to all come together, and I feel like in the past year or two it's all starting to come together. Not to mention, like, the whole reason I grew up in the United States was because there were once people who took this journey to the States. She was talking about the Irish potato famine, how it was happening in like the 1840s, and because there was so much disease in Europe at the time, people were leaving also for that reason to go to the States because it was like a new life, not only economically but just like to avoid all the sickies. And I was like, damn, is that why my ancestors from France left in 1836? Not only were people leaving because of sickness, but they were leaving because of food shortages, they were leaving because, I don't know, like high taxation. What do you know about Europe? It got to a portion where she was talking about shipwrecks, and we were all like... And she was saying you could see the shipwrecks on one of the channels. I might be wrong, but like things like this, you know? Before I got my coffees, there's a guy, you know, probably similar age to me. He was walking through the boat, and you know, like when you see somebody your age, you're kind of like... And so I said, do you work here? Only because he was wearing a blazer, which was dumb because like that's basically the dress code on the boat. So he's like, no, but he's also traveling solo. Maybe we'll meet him later on in this video.
People were asking me, like, send videos and pictures of what you're doing, and I'm just gonna tell them, watch your video. No, really.
He was actually getting a tux for tonight because tonight's gala. It's tonight's black and white gala themed. Don your finest black and white evening wear to complement the monochrome theme as we bring you the very best of Cunard. So I might actually run down there too and like rent like a tux. I'm on the boat. I might as well go, right? Like at this point. Info? Hi, I was just curious how to rent a tux for tonight.
You may go to the shops. There's the shops on deck 3. They're renting them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can try them on in the bathroom. There is a bathroom right down there.
Damn. I have to buy this. And I'm still single. How? Like how? I don't know. Are the pants too small though? I mean, nobody's gonna be looking at my ankles, but.
For me?
I do. I look at ankles.
You're gonna be looking at my ankles?
Well, notice nobody seems to hem their pants anymore.
We like them baggy.
Yeah,
Typically.
men's pants should break.
They should break right at the bottom there.
Right at the top of your foot.
You wanna know how I just justified this? Because I said that it actually works out better that I don't have to lug it around.
Got the longer portion, tie it tight, pull it tight.
Oh, so it's, yeah, okay.
No, pull it tight. And the longer one over your shoulder. Pull it tight, toss it over your shoulder. Make sure it's tight, tight.
Tighter?
No, just, you take this.
Yeah, I see where we're going with this.
You fold it like this.
Oh wait, no, I didn't.
No, so basically you,
Oh. No. Man overboard, you heard that?
Man overboard.
Wait, so what is your theory?
But the way they said it was so calm. I feel like someone just fell in the water. And
Same. I had to take I was at the gym. Man overboard. Yeah, why are they so?
They just kept saying man overboard.
Man overboard. Can I just get a Negroni, please? Yeah. $13 or 13 pounds? Oh, we are using dollars. That's better. That's better. Everybody on the ship is in black and white. Everybody is fitting the vibe.
Evening and welcome to our signature gala evenings here in the Queen's Room. Tonight's theme, of course, being black and white. Now, something that's a little bit of a treat for you. We're going to have a wonderful dance performance from our onboard dance instructors, Gala.
Dear Mr. Damon Dominique, this is to advise that I've tried to contact you on behalf of our hotel general manager. We would like to offer you a complimentary room upgrade to a Princess Grill Suite at Deck 10. Nah, yes. I knew. See, they saw me tonight. They saw me tonight looking like this. And that's why. The night is still young. I believe there's an orchestra in the theater. So I'm gonna go meet up with my ship friend. Wow. So, shall we go?
Sorry, they put on another wall.
You danced?
That's why I was late.
You danced?
Yeah, that's why I was late.
My man.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together.
Up because our boat is like surfing a wave right now. I can hear it. I can hear those swells. Tobo. We're only right there? Damn. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Dominique. This is your concierge speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I think you will have a room change today, right, sir?
Yeah. I'm not getting off the boat. I can't get off this boat. Ooh, oh my god. Ooh. Oh wow. Like, so there is a point to working. Okay. So there is a point to working. By the way, mood check. I think we're about probably 36 hours into the voyage. I don't feel any sort of loneliness. I thought maybe like I'd start to feel like a little alone. Oh wow. It's not often that you get your own slice of an ocean. So it's like a really unique experience, actually, to look out at this. I don't see one boat. I don't see one other beachside hotel. I don't see one other tourist. Quite a choppy day on the water today. It's still the same day. I just took a nap. Wasn't expecting the difference from deck 5 to deck 10 to be so noticeable. I feel like I'm in a tower swaying through the Atlantic Ocean. No, it's also overcast, and I think there's just choppy water today. And he did make some announcement. The captain made an announcement. They make a navigational announcement at 12 every day. Ooh.
Well, very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the captain. Time is just past 12 noon.
Oh my god, that was the best sleep of my life. Wow. Okay. Come on now. So back in Paris, I told a friend that I was taking this cruise, and she was like, "Have you seen Let Them All Talk? Meryl Streep?" I was like, "No." She's on the same exact... I'm on the same boat as her right now. I didn't realize it was the same boat. I see this sliver of light. That's probably the sunrise. Let's go. Ow. Last night's water was so choppy. Like, I was so afraid. This conversation. News alert. I didn't know I was on a playground at midnight tonight. The ship is swinging back and forth through the ocean waves. It's like turbulence, actually. Picture this. 7 days of turbulence. I need to turn on the TV because I swear I want to see it say rough seas. Rough seas. Well, we made it through. Come here. Come closer. I just wanted to mention real quick that, this video is like 3 hours long. Every night when I go to my dining hall, I take this book with me. Because, you know, I literally am the only one in that room eating solo. There are lots of other solo travelers on the boat, but I think in my, like, the dining hall that I was selected, I really think I'm the only one that's, like, solo. Which, again, is fine by me. I find it relaxing and peaceful to eat alone. Thank you. There's no problem there. The point is, I've been dog-earing so many pages because this book is going off as well. This was also interesting. On her trips to the vegetable garden, my wife sometimes offers me an amused smile as she passes by. Once, a few years ago, she asked me if I was thinking deep thoughts out there in my chair. I happily confessed the truth. I didn't have a single thought in my head, deep or shallow. And that was a substantial part about what made it so delightful. Like, actually not having thoughts. And then I was like, wow. I don't feel like I'm having any major revelations right now, but I do feel super present. And I think that's similar to what he's saying. Like, I didn't have a single thought in my head, deep or shallow. And maybe there's some link here with why we feel so good when we can, like, zone out and, like, watch a TV show or listen to music. Like, you get lost in other people's thoughts, and or you're just, like, you're not thinking your own thoughts for once. And that, for some reason, is comforting or calming. Or even when you get, like, high or drunk, you're also, like, distancing yourself from your own thoughts, and that's kind of why it feels so good. I don't, like, for once you're not with your own thoughts. It's interesting. Okay. Oh, right, and there's my... and there's my receipt for the bottle of wine. Look, I can justify anything being on this boat. I bought a $50 bottle of wine. Because, like, I'm in the middle of the Atlantic. Yeah. I'm about 142 hours into this voyage, and this ship is starting to feel like home, or a dorm room, or a retirement home. Which suits me just fine because I used to work in one. It's funny to see how, like, things progress. First off, I think it's really nice to kind of, like, see the same people over and over. Like, you see them in the morning in their casual wear. Then, like, later at night, that's when the garments come out. Tonight's actually another special night. It's the Roaring 20s themed night. Yeah, this isn't like a spring break cruise. That's for another time and place. As you noticed the past few days, I mean, you guys didn't notice anything. It's just a black screen that goes from day 3, day 4, day 5, or whatever the day was. For me, a few days have passed. You know, I needed some onboard time to edit the Stonehenge video and send out the latest newsletter. Actually, the other day, I got so excited because I saw a bird. I was like, wow, where are they flying to? Because we are really in the middle of the Atlantic right now. Like, you got a long way to go. And then I thought I saw dolphins. It was a dolphin! But it wasn't actually dolphins. It ended up being the birds themselves just going into the water. Yeah, don't ask me anything about animals. Also, my eyesight's not the best. Again, I fit in on board. Whatever. I have a lot of onboard ship errands I have to run, and so we gotta get this thing going because tonight's Gala night. It's Roaring 20s theme night, and everyone's getting dressed up again. Gotta put on that bow tie. Alright, 48 minutes on the clock. Next stop, library. I rented this book. Ooh.
Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the captain. Time's just past 12 in Bellagio. We're starting to Pierre and Miquelon.
Sometimes that English accent, I just can't make it out.
North-northeast 2,003.7. Cape Race.
Wait, I have to show you the library.
It's also home to the Cape Race Lighthouse, notable for having received the distress call from the RMS.
I think it's this way. I'm just here to register a new card. I lost my wallet. But this card. Alright, next I have a note to drop off to my onboard friend. I don't know if he's been trying to get a hold of me because I moved rooms, you know? I think that was all I had to do.
Start in New York?
No, I started in Southampton.
Oh.
Why did you go there and you came back?
New York, yeah, 30 days.
Wow. Oh, that other woman, she just started hers and she's gonna do the same thing but the other way around.
Oh, really?
Okay, you guys, you see this? All right, so who's this from? Who's this from? That's my onboard buddy. He knocked on my door and he was like, here you go.
Who is it? Hello, how's it going?
I gotta explain, sorry. You know, I don't film everything. So after our, it was so fun the other night. The other night he was telling me how he writes poetry. And how he wrote 96 lines of poetry at midnight, like overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. How cool. How cool. And I actually love that he did that because I love people who take it there, who do those like very magical things to make themselves feel alive. Like that's what this is all about. Anyways, so I jokingly said like, I want some poetry. He said, okay, I'll give it to you by Saturday. I didn't think he was gonna actually do it. So, just look at the penmanship. Do you see this? Wake up! Wake up! We got poetry to read. Okay, so. Ooh. Oh! Yo, in the card stock? I already know how stressful this was to balance it out. Like to start here and be like, okay, but I hope that I'm able to like have the perfect amount of words that I can end it, you know, right here? Okay, shut up. Dear Damon Dominique, I received your message that you placed outside my door just before I was going to head to your stateroom to ask about your plans for the evening. It has been a pleasure to spend time with you on board. That's not even what this says. Perhaps you have a better view of the passing world from a stateroom located on a higher deck. But do not forget the little people you left below. Yo, it's so well written. Like I can tell why he's out there writing poetry at midnight. Stay well, my friend, and I will see you later this evening, running to the waiting bow tie that must be tied, to the dance floor upon which well-dressed men and women must dance, and to the cold and open deck where freedom may be found after the noise. I wish you all the best. Sincerely, Gregory Mitchell Kaplan. Written aboard the Queen Mary II in the Atlantic Ocean. Throw it in the trash. No, I'm keeping this forever. Keeping that forever. Like, what am I doing for him? Like, I'm like, can you tie my bow tie? Can you tie my bow tie again? Can you write me a poem? I'll put his stuff in the description box below. I don't even know if he has social media. Did I mention how I don't have my phone this whole time? So that's why we've been writing letters, because I said I don't know. You have to either email me or come to the room, because I'm not on WhatsApp this week. I'm on a WhatsApp detox. This is a gift, apparently. Premium internet plan, and I can't figure out how to do it. Oh my God, I really do fit on board. Like I can't figure out how to buy the internet.
We are paging your correspondent. You may hang up.
Okay.
We are paging your correspondent.
Hello? Like what?
First message. Hello, good evening. My name is Alexandra. I'm the shore excursion manager. I just want to wish you welcome on board. And if you need any help with your transfers in New York, please don't hesitate to give me a call back on.
You have voice message.
Switchboard, what's that mean? Oops. I don't know what that... I don't know what I just clicked. Alright, let's get this gala evening started.
Deck 7.
I got the red carpet.
So you have your camera. You look
Got
very
the camera.
handsome.
Oh yes, so these are my table neighbors.
The most important thing, though, is my dress.
I want to see it.
Which I beaded myself.
Oh, did you?
I did.
And you brought it all the way from Utah.
I did. It's an old dress. I've had the dress for probably 30 years.
Oh yeah?
And I thought for this trip, sewing all those beads on it would be such fun.
You were saying that you guys specifically chose this trip for or you specifically brought clothes for the gala nights.
Exactly.
We had our suitcases shipped here.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Yes, please. What? How'd this get in my hands? Outstanding performer.
Slow waltz tonight.
The shoes, I'm sorry. Don't I kind of look like the security detail? Like, I work for the security, like, on the ship. Okay, we are at the final, we're in the conclusion. Alright, so I'm gonna go over things to know, the pros and the cons of taking a cruise, from my point of view. I don't know if I mentioned this, but this was my first time I've ever taken a cruise. Number one, day 1 and 2, I felt a little queasy, like a little motion sickness, nothing crazy. And also, you don't even need to do what I did. Like, I bought stuff before I got on the boat, but actually they have like a shop with these, and to be fair, like, the prices they weren't price gouging. Even the cocktails on board were $13. That's about what it is anywhere these days. Okay, motion sickness patch. You're supposed to put these behind your ears or on your belly button. I put on my belly button and it really did work. Ginger capsules. I'm already getting my head. I'm like, am I nauseous? Am I nauseous? Or was it just the food? Fuck. Okay, do I put on the motion sickness patch or take the ginger capsules? Like, stop the boat! Anyways, they both worked. Now, if you've been watching the video, you're probably thinking like this was so expensive, and I mean, yeah, it's not cheap, but I think when you compare it to now traveling anywhere and staying in a hotel, hotels are gonna be basically $200 a night. So if you do $200 a night times 7, you're already at $1,400, and you haven't even talked about all the stupid resort charges, all the taxes, whatever, local, state tax, whatever, and not to mention the food, not to mention the activities. So when you put it that way, it does kind of start to make sense. Just to give you an example, if you were to take the same cruise but going from New York to Southampton in a month from now, you can get a room for $780 per person. So it says the Britannia Inside, so I think it is a view of like the atrium, indoor atrium. So it's not a view of the water, but again, you can just walk down the hall and be at your own like basically private deck. Not private, but like be on the deck. So you could make this work, and I believe with that you get everything you saw in this video. You would be able to do that for that price. 7 nights, $779 per person though. That's what I'm saying. If you're traveling alone, you're gonna have to double that. But is it just me? I don't know. I find it to be actually good travel deal. Ooh, okay. And Cunard, if you're watching this, I need you guys to fix your website, because this was something that was so frustrating to me, and I couldn't explain it to just let me show you. You see $779 per person, Britannia Inside. Call to book. Like, call who? Like, and call where? Getting on this boat was a headache, honestly. And again, Cunard, if you're watching this, thank you so much for upgrading me. But getting on the ship was incredibly difficult, to be honest. Whatever, like, yes, I was trying to get it like on the boat for an exchange. Like, yes, I was. Just because, yeah, I knew that I was going to make a video and make it look like it was the time of my life. And it was the time of my life. But you know what I'm saying? Okay, blah, blah, blah. I was in contact with the PR team. We were going back and forth for probably 2 months. And they were just, to be honest, non-responsive. That's fine. Like, not that I'm your biggest priority and you didn't know me and it was me reaching out. I get it. But what was frustrating is that I was waiting. I waited like 2 months. And then the room that I was going to buy was sold out. And so I had to spend more money for a like technically crappier room, you know. And so I did, because I was like, damn, this works well with my schedule. I gotta get on the boat. I still want to make the video, even if it's not like an exchange, even though it's expensive, even though I'm getting a windowless room. I was like, it's fine, I'll make it work. So I book it, but I believe I booked it from the British website because I knew that I was gonna go to Stonehenge, like I was gonna be in England, so I booked it from the UK website. I didn't think that it really mattered, and I had to call customer service for some reason, I forget, but while I was on the phone, she was asking me if I had American insurance, and I was like, no, I don't, but I live in Paris. And anyway, she basically convinced me to cancel my trip, because if you book it from the UK website, you technically have to prove that you have traveler insurance if you want to enter the States, but there was only a certain kind of travel insurance you could use. Like, it had to be the Cunard travel insurance, and in order to purchase that, you had to be a UK resident. It was one of these like caveat things, and bottom line, she recommended that I cancel my trip through the UK website, because if I do so, then I'll be subject to like all these new rules, even though I don't live in the UK. So I was like, okay, fine. Like, again, this is getting to be way too difficult to get on this boat to like have a good time. So I turn on my VPN and I go to the website, but the website says call to book. And do you see that phone number? How are you gonna call them? I call the UK site back. She goes, yes, sir, you have to book through the... I'm like, yes, I know. But the number, there is no number. So she on the phone gave me a phone number to call. I then called. You had to book over the phone. And we wonder why there's only older people on board. Because people who are below the age of 55 aren't gonna just bother with this. And maybe that's intentional. Maybe they don't want it to be a super young thing, which is also fine. Again, I had a great time with everyone on board. Not to mention the price I ended up getting with the US website, more expensive. I was expecting to get an email, you know, the confirmation email, but also to let me know what time boarding was. This is also important. Like, Cunard, if you're listening, people who are getting on the boat need to know what their embarkation time is, because not everybody lives in Southampton. So I need to know, is it 8 a.m.? Because then I need to book a hotel in Southampton. Is it 8 p.m.? Okay, well then I can fly in the day of. So they don't let you know that until maybe like a week or two before the ship. But yeah, people need to know, like, when do I need to be there? All right, anyways, that's the whole story about how I got on board. And again, regardless, like, I had an amazing time. I paid for this. I would do it again. Like, all right, let's move on. The move from deck 5 to 10 was very much appreciated. But it was, like, I gotta say, it was noticeable. So maybe you're like, it's a blessing in disguise if you're actually down on one of the other decks, because I don't know, there were a few nights where I kept on waking up thinking, like, this boat, I don't need to finish that sentence. I woke up because our boat is like surfing a wave right now. All right, let's go on to the pros of being on this ship. You get easily, like gradually accustomed to the time zone because they move the time back 1 hour each day. So I don't know, I think that's nice to show up to your location and already be like ready to go. Next, the ocean. Like, I don't really think I understood how vast, or also how far, like how much ocean we have traversed. It doesn't click when you just fly over it. When you actually are in the boat going through the ocean, you realize, damn, there's like, she's a machine out there. The time of the trip, being able to walk laps and sit outside. Oh, right, like the season. So I'm here in September, and I will say, like, it's not warm enough to really sit out in your bathing suit. There were like 2 days where you could. Okay, while exploring, I found this. C'est trop beau. So keep that in mind. Maybe consider. Personally, I thought it was perfect because I do like crisper, cooler, fresher weather. They did have a pool upstairs, indoor pool, that was more low-key. Last pro, I feel like I've been given like the gift of time. Like, I did this once in Guatemala where I still had my phone on, but I turned off the data plan. I didn't realize that's all I needed to do this whole time. This is the second time I've done it. If people need to get a hold of me, they can use iMessage, like my friend Mazago just tried to FaceTime me, or email, but my WhatsApp is off, all the other messages are off, and I think if you're somebody who struggles with being on your phone a lot, maybe consider that. Just turn off the data plan on it for a day or two. That's why I feel so present, I think. And then also, I just want to say, being on a ship like this personally makes me feel more present, and thus more alive. I'm not overwhelmed with all the activities that are going on in Paris. I mean, I never am, but there is a difference. I feel a lot more calm being on board, and I think it's because I don't feel FOMO. Like, I don't know, what are the activities of the day? It's probably cocktail hour or something, and I don't really want to go to that today. So my only other option really is like sit here. So because your options are limited, you don't feel so overwhelmed by them, or you don't feel like you're missing out, and thus you can like be happy with like just chilling at home, you know? The cons of this boat, really the only, oh wait, no, there are like a few things. I think it would be nice to see a week planner of the activities. All right, Cunard, I think because each day they deliver the program, and it's nice, but there were some nights where, you know, I didn't really want to go to the show. But I was like, well, I don't know if they're gonna do this similar kind of show on a different night. So it would be nice if they gave a week planner, like to still deliver the program every day, but then for those who want to see the week, like at a week's glance, maybe on the website, because there is a website function where you can log in and see all your charges. For me, it's like coffee. So, you know what? That's probably on me. I probably could have just gone down to the front desk and they would have given me the programs, you know? Speaking of the programs, if you speak another language that's not English, make sure to get the program in English as well, because I noticed when they delivered the French program to me, it had like 25% of all the activities. And I think the understanding is, okay, well, these are the activities where, like, I guess a French speaker is present, but I don't know, because even on the program it said in English. Oui, à vous aussi. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye. That's so good. So for the people who don't speak English, you can get the program in French, and so I guess they think I'm French. I don't really understand. All these papers are for another event. Like, this is the program for today. This is basically Noah's Ark. They have every kind of job on here right now. Insight speakers, afternoon tea, spectacular gala evenings. Yeah, there's not enough time. I gotta extend the cruise. We got Captain Andrew wishing me a nice voyage. We got Hanako Azaki upgrading my dining experience to Princess Grills. I do feel special, so I guess they're doing a good job, because like every time I come back, there's like a new note, you know. I don't know, Cunard, if you're watching this, send me an email. I just see the potential, you know. I see the potential in already in interior design. So why don't we make all the publications that they're delivering to the rooms? Let's make that just as representative of the brand. Somebody buy me a boat. I'm ready. See, no, I'm just thinking you could even design the program so well that people want to keep it afterwards, almost like a keepsake. make it look so beautiful that people will then take it. And then you know what? That's going to help your brand because it's going to be lying around their houses. Hello, free marketing. You know what? And as we approach New York City, I'll end this video by saying, remember that video a few months back where I was sitting on my apartment floor and I said, it's time to direct this ship in the direction I want it to go in. Direct this ship in the direction I want it to keep going. That was a literal statement. It's time to get on the ship and direct it in the direction I want it to go in, toward Mount Rushmore. And my ship, you guys, is going to Mount Rushmore. We are on our way to Mount Rushmore. All right, that's enough for me. Thank y'all for watching this far into the video. I have a newsletter where I have a travel column and we do apartment swaps. So if you're watching this and you wanna, maybe go spend some time in a different country and you just wanna swap your apartment with somebody, check it out. If you have a cool opportunity around the world, even on, look at this. Cunard, if you're watching this and you want to put a listing on my newsletter, maybe you're looking for staff, that's the kind of stuff that I want on my newsletter. I want jobs and opportunities, listings, to push out to people who would be interested in doing them. You guys. You know what? My birthday's in like 2 seconds. I'm turning 33, and it's time to, the time is now. This is the time to do the things. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Ciao, ciao. I'm gonna miss this room. I'm gonna miss Hanako. I'm gonna miss the same breakfast I ate for 7 days. I'm just getting a little emotional out there, to be honest. Seeing New York, not because I'm ready to be off the boat, but more so that's the view that people saw when they would come into the United States, for a new life. I don't know. I think it's really Cebu, and that's not an experience most people have today. People were already demolishing the ice cream cones. The ice cream cone machine being used. Mind you, we're still at the dock. We haven't even left the dock. Let me put the suit jacket on. I feel like, do you know the Johnny Rockets? No. Johnny Rock, I used to work there. That was one of my first jobs. Okay. That was my job. I lasted 3 days. And then I had to quit. Damn.
When you pull that.
And you just know how to do this. So Gregory just got done with the TAPIF program. He was an English teacher in France, then he spent some time volunteering at a hostel in exchange for accommodation. I believe it was in Scotland. And now he's taking the trip back to the States after this big adventure that he was just on for the past year. That's who's on board. That's who's on board. Actually, this guy that I met, the one that I thought worked here, he said, I thought you worked here. I'm like, I might work as Zara with this outfit. I can never tell. I don't know if I'm in focus. I can never tell. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell, guys. If I was out of focus the entire time, wasn't I? Oh no. For those who've been watching my videos, so the reason I'm always am I in focus? Because I shoot in, it's called log mode, which means they dull the colors, so that way when I color it in the whatever editing, so many words all the time. When I put the color effect on it, you guys are asleep. When I put the color effect on it, you can manipulate the colors more. The ship is starting to feel like home. I figured out where the vegan oatmeal has been this entire time. I watched my boy Neil do his morning talk show at 6 a.m. The barista in the Corinthia lounge knows me by name. I'm even doing my morning laps on deck 7 with everybody. Haven't even left yet and you're falling. We're still on shore.
You're from America?
Indiana.
Really? So you're a country boy?
I'm a country. I've been trying to figure out why cruises are known for either the spring break crowd or it's the two complete opposites. Either the spring break crowd or it's retirement age. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. You basically. Wait, are you a French citizen? Are you trying?
I should be.
You should be.
But I'm not.
Because you've been living in the country long enough where you can.
Justement.
Okay.
Okay, she was saying that a lot of people would leave the UK and leave England. So the Brits gotta understand that you guys are really doing the most with Great Britain. I understand it's the island of Great Britain, United Kingdom, which includes the countries of what? Well, it's the entire island of Great Britain plus like Northern Ireland. That's the UK. Then you guys got England, which is just only one country actually in the UK. You have England, you have Wales, you have Scotland, and Northern Ireland. You gotta give us a break. Like, you guys are really doing a lot with that. I'm sorry. Okay. So interesting. I can't remember if she said 1/3 or 1/6. Whatever. I'd never thought about how people who left for the States, 1/3 or 1/6 of them came back. Like, they ended up coming back. When did mail start? Like, I guess I've just never asked these questions, you know? Like, for me, mail started like 50 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 100, 150. The fact that you could send a letter 500 years ago to the United States, okay, it wasn't the United States, but to another part of the world, and it would potentially arrive, I'm sure people were sending letters back in the day kind of understanding that it might never arrive. And I just think of like lovers or like families that get split apart. Like, what if you moved? How do I get my letter to you in 1516? I wouldn't know your address. Just so many letters lost in the mail. So a lot of people from England were going to New Zealand and Australia. My question was, what is that route like? Are y'all going all the way down past, the Cape of Africa? Or were you going through the Mediterranean, taking the Red Sea route? I was thinking you'd depart here, boom, boom, coming through the Mediterranean, boom, and then over here, like, catch this river. Like, it's so obvious. They went all the way around Africa. By the way, I am sorry for the grainy video, but sometimes people, the lighting ain't there. My lighting crew didn't get on the boat today. To some extent, the water kind of resembles mountains, like the way that it like peaks